Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Tony, owner of Celebrated Summer Records here in Baltimore for the last 18 years, and we're doing a series of AMA Ask Me Anything videos. If you have a question that you want me to answer, just throw it in the comments, and the next video we do, I'll pick yours. Maybe I'll pick yours. Okay, started off this time. The first question is, what is a record that came in, you sold it, but wish you had kept it? This question is from Matt Parsons. This happens actually all the time. I don't think a week goes by that a record doesn't come in that I really want to keep and then I wind up having to sell it. I love records. I love collecting records. I keep a personal record collection separate from the store. But at the same time, the store has to be the thing that wins out in the end, right? My personal record collection has to come in second, and the store and what people get has to come in first. So a lot of times what happens here is a record will come through, I'll want to keep it, but I can't, and I'll let it go. The second time the record comes through, then I keep it. I'll give it a time to come through. A good example of that, and this is a number of years back, but Johnny Hammond made an incredible record called Gears. It's just like a great jazz funk album. And we got an original copy in. I was immediately in love with it. I just wanted to keep it, but I just could not. I let it go. And then maybe 4 months later, another copy of Gears came through, and I kept that one. So that's kind of what happens. And if you want to check out Gears, it's been reissued by Jazz Dispensary. It's incredible. All right, next question is from Garrett Price. This question is egg or chain? If you are unfamiliar with modern punk stuff, egg punk is more Devo-oriented modern punk, like bands like Coneheads or Liquids, and chain punk is more Discharge-oriented modern bands. And the answer to that question is absolutely both. We love Devo-influenced modern punk bands that are super quirky and weird, and we love Discharge-influenced raging hardcore as well. So we carry both, absolutely. All right, next question is from Mike Walls. What, in your opinion, are the best sounding records you've ever heard? Here's something that is probably an unpopular opinion. Even though I own a record store and I am a record collector, I am not an audiophile. I'm not even anything approaching an audiophile. I have really incredibly basic stereo equipment at my house in the store. And for me personally, the reason I collect records is more like I want to hold them. I want to touch them. These are records that I had when I was a kid. Compact discs and MP3s just never felt cool to me, and records, because of my age, are something that was just really kind of connective to my youth. Other people collect records because they're just super into the sound, like Mike, and the audio quality is more important to them. But to me, the audio quality is secondary. I don't think about records like that unless it just sounds like total dog shit. It's not really that concerning to me. But if I had to answer the question, I would say that Blue Note's current Tone Poet series and Verve's Acoustic Sounds, those do sound really incredible. All right, last question. Josh Shear asks, do you find it annoying to do record store day? Short answer, no, I do not find it annoying to do record store day. Record store day has brought about like stark opinions by different record stores, different types of record stores. There's the types of shops that decide that that's not for them at all and they don't do anything, and there's shops that go whole in and they get every single release. Our store kind of sits in the middle of that, where I order a good amount of stuff, but not everything. And instead of ordering 50 and 100 of copies of things, I might order 10 or 20 of something. I think overall, Record Store Day as an organization and as an event has achieved their goals, which is to kind of bring a spotlight onto independent record stores and help with business and kind of bringing vinyl collecting back to the general consciousness of people. I think they did a wonderful job of that, and overall, I feel really good about Record Store Day. The parts that can be annoying or not so good about Record Store Day, I would say my biggest complaint, and this is a personal opinion, that major labels have kind of used Record Store Day as a testing ground for price increases. I'm super against these kinds of wild jumps in new record prices. And I think what's happened over the years is, a number of years ago, records were still $18.99 and $19.99. And then the Record Store Day comes up and record labels say, well, our Record Store Day titles are going to be $24.99. Okay, that happens. Everybody buys those $24.99 records on Record Store Day. And then a year later, every record is $24.99, and then $28.99, and then $31.99. I really don't like the concept that these major record labels are kind of using Record Store Day as a, kind of canary in a coal mine, testing the waters to see what they can get away with in price increases. And then when they sell those records, then everything just, kind of meets up to it. I really don't like that. But that's basically my biggest complaint. Otherwise, Record Store Day is fun. We get a lot of new customers in who have never been in the shop, and overall, it's a good thing, I think.